All right, this is how guys get in trouble. One goes and the next one ups him. He can't handle that, so we're gonna go again.
What is up, Lite Brite Nation?
What's up, Lite Brite Nation?
No, Liv? No? Hey. So we're out here in our home, Sand Hollow. It's absolutely amazing. It's in the winter right now, and what is it, like 50 today?
We have to wear a sweatshirt because it's so cold.
Yeah, it's really not bad at all. Well, you guys know Jake. He's co to the Jeep. He's got the yellow Jeep, and he's always out here helping us out, going wheeling with us. He's good friends of ours now. And you know the Wild Child, although you never get to see the Wild Child, there's probably good reason for it, and there's probably a good reason why Jake is actually sitting on the tire, and that's because Jake has decided to purchase it from me.
That's right. Wild Child's mine.
All during last year. When we were traveling, we left it at his house, and he was like, hey, can I drive it? I'm like, yeah, sure, you can drive it, whatever you want. We got back, and he was like, hey, you've never drive this thing. Like, you want to sell it? And I'm like, no, I don't think so, but I guess, like, if you're going to use it, I never use it, but now that I have a house, I might use it. I sold it to him. Well, today we're out here because we're going to test the Wild Child against the brand new Razer Pro R. Yes, so we have a limited edition 2022 Pro R with the new inline 4 2-liter with 225 horsepower and 29 inches of travel versus the Turbo S, which is a turbo 3-cylinder with like 181 horsepower. But this one does have a tune, an intake, and exhaust, and probably actually makes more power than this. And it's smaller, 400 pounds lighter. So we're actually out here at Sand Hollow. We're gonna go rip around in this today. Look at this freaking thing. It is a race car. It's a side-by-side on steroids for sure.
Yeah, I thought the Wild Child was big. 32s, it's lifted a little bit, it's wide, it looks awesome. And then he pulls up next to it, it's like total inferiority complex going on right now. I mean, look at the control arms.
Yeah, we'll go over these. So this was a 2018 and it was like the badass. It still is. I put 32-inch nittos on it. It's got some Dirty Life bead locks. And like I said, it's got intake, exhaust, a tune, a winch, a bumper, front and rear bumpers.
Skids.
And this was, full factory UTV skids. This was grade A badass. I mean, we've never had any issues with it. We beat the crap out of it. But Polaris just went and made a brand new class of Razer.
Like a race car you can buy.
Yeah. Look at the difference in these control arms and the ground clearance. It is so crazy. So our goal today is just to go have some fun and get some content. So this is like a 104-inch wheelbase, so it's stretched. I think this one's like 96. 72 wide, which was new for that. This one's 74 wide. And then if you look at the trailing arm, this is like a 4-foot long box trailing arm. And then this one is not so much. But again, this is good for most people. This is kind of maybe Kevin proof. I don't know.
Well, those are famous last words right there.
We all know how that goes.
That's not. So I'm probably just going to go home at this point.
The last month has been terrible for me. I've wrecked and broken everything I own. It's been super, super terrible. He is letting his daughter ride with me.
Yeah, that's brave, right?
Oh, man. Super awesome. So we're gonna go hit the dunes, guys, and before we go hit the dunes, keep in mind if you're new to side-by-sides, you're new to off-roading, Jeeps, Broncos, Toyotas, whatever you have, off-roading is becoming super, super big all across the nation. If you're new, you need a flag if you go to the dunes, and not just here. Everywhere we've been all across the entire country, you need a flag when you go to the dunes. You will get pulled over, you will get a ticket. Also, it's super unsafe. You can't see over some of these dunes, and that flag is like your only visibility to know, hey, I'm doing 30, 40 miles an hour. Oh, shoot, there's a flag there. Let me stop or turn out of the way because somebody else is coming 40 miles an hour the other way. We use a local company called handyflag.com. What's really, really, really cool about this, if you look at Jake's flag, that's a pain in the butt. You got to pull it on, put it off. You've got to like tuck it or tie it out of the way. He's actually going to be getting one of these. Actually, I picked him up one, but we're not going to swap it out right now. What's cool about this is it. And it has its own little sheath, and that can go under the seat in the Razer. It can go in the back. You can make a little holder for it. Look at that. Boom, and now it comes with a quick disconnect. So you mount this to your vehicle, make a mount. The Razer already comes with a hole and a mount there. Quick disconnect, and that's it. So literally you can pull it off, nobody can steal it, and you can just break it down. That's it. Boom. Handyflag.com. These guys are local. It's a husband and wife duo with their kids who do it out of their shed here locally in Sand Hollow. Go to their website, give them a look, pick yourself up a flag so you don't get pulled over and get a ticket.
Yeah, so we're going to go up here and play around on the sand and the rocks, but then when you go down by the tunnel, there's a huge expanse of flat sand, and we're going to have to do a drag race and see. Because this isn't turbocharged.
Right.
But it's got more horsepower, but it's heavier.
but you're tuned. Not only that, I completely forgot, before I sold it to him, I had just geared it. So I geared the low, super low, so it rock crawls better, and then I geared the high lower, so his top end was like 88, and now it's like 82. That doesn't seem like a big deal, but it picked up so much more in the mid-range that when we raced that, Jason drove the Wild Child against the Ultra 4 car, it was neck and neck or was beating the Ultra 4 car up to like 60 miles an hour. And that's a 600 horsepower freaking Ultra 4 race car after we did the gearing. It might eat this thing alive because this is heavier, has regular gear. This thing would do like 106. So if we do a short race, he might win. If we stretch that out or get on the highway right here, I'm gonna come blowing by him at about 70 if he does win.
Yeah, so guess what we're not doing? We're not getting on the highway.
The one thing so far that I haven't heard or seen is anybody doing flyby so they could hear the exhaust on this. So that's the first thing we really need to get on video, listen to what this thing sounds like at full throttle romping by. The engine is so smooth, it almost feels like it doesn't feel fast, but it's fast, like you're moving. You know how in that when you hit the gas, it's like, blah, 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 like you feel it? This thing just feels, you pin it, and it literally feels like when you're on a Sea-Doo on glass where it just goes to red line, and you take off. That is awesome.
I keep trying to talk him into going a little bit faster. Let's see. There we go.
These machines fly so freaking good. The Razers just fly flat. This is a really good jump for this. I know I could go another 20, 30 miles an hour more in that thing, but I just got it. We've been out here for 5 minutes. I'm not gonna go 70 miles an hour over a jump, although I should, but I'm not. This is the perfect spot for this. Oh my God.
I have never jumped this thing before. That's so freaking smooth.
It is, isn't it?
Like you say, like you feel like you're just expanding the suspension. Like you're not even in the air.
You don't feel like you're in the air.
No, and then it's just so freaking smooth.
You land and you're like, that's it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Was that your first time ever jumping?
Yeah.
How was it?
It's so good.
She was giggling so hard.
What suspension setting did you do that on?
I'm in Baja mode.
What the hell is Baja mode?
I don't know. I love that you match my Razer.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, this machine has 10 minutes on it. Nothing's even broken in yet. The belt's not hot, so I'm not trying to like floor it and launch this thing. And then I've got his daughter here. This is just a play around, see how she feels. She sounds great. She feels great. It is buttery smooth. Anyway, let's head on to some like big dunes because this jump is fun, but it might turn bad for us if we stay here for too long. Oh, and by the way, that feels faster.
Does it?
That feels way more punchy.
You know what might be interesting to do is to get out in a section and just switch real quick.
Yeah?
So you get the butt feel of both of them.
Yeah, this is way more smooth, so it doesn't feel anything crazy, which is maybe a good thing. But you can feel the weight and the engine's super smooth. That feels, I guess because the turbo hits and it's like tons of torque that hits you all at once. That feels like a little turbo, little hot hatchback car. This feels like a CTSV. This feels like a Cadillac, like a big Cadillac CTSV. Like it's not on a razor's edge. It's just like, I'm gonna take anything you throw at me and we're just gonna zip on through here.
Let's go do some more stuff.
Let's go.
impressions.
First off, when you sit in it, what do you think?
So it's a lot deeper. Like in the Wild Child, I feel like I'm right up on everything. Like I'm cramped. This has so much room.
Yeah. Oh, he's hauling.
Wow, okay, so first impressions, it's big. Like it just feels big, but then it feels planted. Like in the corners, on the side slope, it didn't feel nearly as sketchy as mine. Like mine wants to torque steer. Like you hit the gas and it's like the back end kicks out. This just felt smooth and fluid and just stayed planted. And I love like you hit the gas and it's just like, it goes, but it doesn't like throw you back.
It's not a torque hit, it's
Right,
just smooth.
yeah.
It's like a wave runner.
Yeah, sure.
It's
yeah.
so smooth. So now you heard what he said. It's so smooth and it feels planted. Smooth is fast. When it comes to racing, smooth is fast. This is no doubt a race car. When you compare these two together, this is a freaking race car. But wow. Yeah, you were hauling coming back.
Oh,
you were
yeah.
hauling, you were going so fast you let off the gas and stayed up there.
Oh, yeah,
and like just started slowly coming down.
The Turbo S, you let off the gas and it almost falls down off the line. Like it needs that speed to stay on the line.
Yeah, this thing
doesn't.
This just does it.
Yeah.
Woo! That feels so freaking good. How did that feel doing this?
That was so cool.
Is it super fun?
Yeah.
You don't feel sketched out, like scary at all, huh?
No, I've never really done this before, but this definitely feels super safe.
Yeah, that's kind of where it's at. Nice. So we're about to hit some whoops real quick. That is 60 miles an hour, and I'm not even close to feeling like sketched out or anything. Like that is like cruising at 60 miles an hour. That is insane. We're just gonna do a little quick race from here to the bridge. I don't know how far that is. So I lost the first round because I was in two-wheel drive and it just blew the tires off completely. Trying to cheat and I lost. So I was trying to go with two-wheel drive because there's rotational mass. You're not spinning the front tires, you're not spinning the front drive shaft, and that completely killed me. So I went to four-wheel drive and then you saw what happened. This is completely stock. That Turbo S has a gear reduction, so it's way more punchy in the low to mid range. He's gonna lose on the top end, and it's got a tune and an exhaust and an intake, but he does have beadlock wheels, which are heavier than normal wheels, and then we're both on 32. So this is definitely faster than a tuned Razer with gearing. Now without gearing, with stock, it would be, I would absolutely obliterate it, no doubt. And another reason why we love it here is Sand Mountain is literally right there. That's where we were at all day, and a 3-minute ride away. And we're here at the Sand Hollow Golf Club Resort, which has a great food, drinks, whatever you want. So 3-4 minute ride and boom, we're gonna have a nice lunch. And look at this view and everything. It's absolutely beautiful. All right, so we just had a quick lunch. We're gonna go back out. I don't know what you want to know, what you don't want to know about this thing. There's tons of videos going over every like specification, the control arms and the rear trailing arm and all that. I don't need to go over any of that with you guys because you can watch all those videos. Something from an owner's point of view. Let me flip this around. So if you're new to this or you're just looking into these new Razers, what I really like so far is the belts. The belts are actually retractable, and it's a left and a right side, and it has a thigh strap and a waist strap. So that's actually something I really like, and it has a ton of storage. So you've got storage down in there, like a center console. You've got your cup holders. You've got storage up here. You've got storage over there. You got storage down here. You've got a 12 volt here. You've got a battery charger right here. So this is already hooked up for your tender, so you can just plug it in right there instead of having to hook it to the battery. So that's already hooked up, which I thought was really, really neat. And there's another 12 volt inside there as well. I have an extra storage bag here, which is kind of nice to keep camera equipment, hats, or whatever you want to keep out of all the dust as well. It's a really nice machine. This thing drives at 70 miles an hour down the road. Super nice. And it drives at 70 miles an hour through the whoops perfectly fine. That's what we hit earlier, right? 68. We hit 68 miles an hour in this. He said he was getting kind of squirrely about 50. We were doing 68 and we were still completely flat. It was pretty awesome. I do want to get the spare tire carrier that bolts into the cage already right here. Mine already did come with the storage bins. I think it needs better skids. It has great coverage with skid plates, but these are pretty thin and flimsy. What else? What else? What else? I don't know. It's just an amazing machine. We are in agreement that this is a more fun machine. All out, scare you, might kill you, just craziness. This one's more fun. Like if you own this and you just go play around and you just with your friends, I don't know that that's worth the money. But if you don't have one and you have the money, like absolutely this thing's a beast, right? Would you agree?
Oh yeah, like I wouldn't sell this to go buy that.
He's just recreational, which is fine, but he's 6'2", and he does fit in that better. That one does drive better, and everything is more beefy. You got this for a hell of a deal. And he stole my trailer.
Straight up.
He bought this, and he goes, it comes with a trailer, right? I'm like, oh, and just because he's a friend, I was like, sure.
Include it, but I did ask.
I would recommend sliders. It looks like they already have holes for it. So I do want to put rock sliders on it, because I do want to rock crawl this some, but this thing, all right, let's go ride before the sun goes down. All right, we're gonna go do competition hill and see who can get the highest. So this is competition hill. I really wish there was a way to describe how steep this is. And it's not only that it's steep, it's that it's super, super soft and deep. So you can't really get enough speed, momentum. So we just came down from up there. Those are our tracks coming down that right there. That's fresh. You can see where people go up and turn around. This is definitely like paddle tire. Like paddle tire is no big deal, you know, but on regular tires, we're gonna see if we can't make it all the way to the top or make it up to that bush and swing around. So he's got as much power, torque, and he's lighter. I would think the advantage would go to the lighter vehicle versus my heavier vehicle, even if I have a little bit more power. Longer wheelbase makes more stable, but more weight is not good for climbing.
There's a fine line between sanity and insanity. Woo, he got pretty far.
All right, so not too bad. That was 4 high, not locked. Got pretty high. I felt like if I worked the wheel back and forth, I could have like crept my way all the way to the top, but I also didn't want to just start digging, and I don't want all that wheel chop, plus a lot of belt heat when you start doing that. It's a brand new unit. I ain't doing it yet. Also, there's no need. So the whole point is let's see how high I can go before it feels like it's wanting to slow or stall out and then turn back downhill, which that turn is super fun, but let's see what happens with Jake. All right, so my prediction is if he stays in it, and I think he's gonna outdo it. He's going for it. I thought he was gonna go all the way up. Holy cow, I think he outdid me by a few feet. I think he got it. That turbo motor, man, it's got some torque to it. And again, it's lighter weight. I think he got it. I thought he was gonna make it all the way up. It looked like he was gonna keep going. That looked pretty good.
I think I got you by 20 feet.
I thought you were gonna go all the way up.
It really felt like it was going to. It was going really well, and all of a sudden it was like, nope. It just stopped.
And so you just turned.
Oh yeah, I'd rather turn down while I can. It felt so good, and then it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you're up.
Nice. Oh, we're gonna go again?
Yeah, you can see my track.
All right.
All right, this is how guys get in trouble. One goes and the next one ups him. They can't handle that, so we're gonna go again.
All right.
Oh, hell yeah. Woo! That was awesome.
Yeah!
Like right at the top, it was like just about done for it.
It started like,
wow,
wow. And I was like, oh, do I turn? And then it hooked for like a little second. And then I was like, I'm going to stay in it. It's not as sketchy for me because mine's longer. All right, let's see what you got. Next, you got to go up that one over there with the one with like just 2 tracks. It's super steep, soft one. Here we go. All right, let's do it. Victory! Yes! He's gonna go again, watch. Is he gonna go again? Called it! He got it. Yeah! Woo! He got it. You got it.
So close.
You got it.
So close.
Did you not make it up? You made it up.
No, I didn't crash. It was right there, and I didn't quite get over the top.
Let it run and idle, because the turbo, you don't want to cook like that.
I
I hear it baking back there.
Yeah,
it's like,
hot.
it's not happy. What's your belt temp at?
227. It's hot too.
Yeah.
No, I'm done. That was
All right.
fun.
What's next? All right, we're back and loaded up. I wish I would have brought my DJI Osmo. We only got like 1/10 of our ride on video. We literally just showed you some of the cool competition stuff, but he's about loaded up. I'm getting loaded up. I gotta bring a DJI Osmo next time because you've got to see the in-car footage of just how crazy this thing takes everything. It is so forgiving. It is so unbelievably forgiving that it just doesn't make sense. Like, you see something and you don't have the oh shit button. Well, you say oh shit, and I didn't even hit the oh shit button because I'm just not even used to it yet, and it doesn't matter. You go off a drop off and you're like, oh god, this is gonna be, oh, it's fine. You know what? Let me show you how hard we rode today. The only way I can show you how hard we rode today, turn the key on here. See the fuel flashing? 43.7 miles and we're on empty. So that's how hard we rode today. We rode hard enough to go through an entire tank, first tank of fuel in this thing, in 43 miles. Actually, probably 40 miles because the dealer had a little, like 2.5 miles on it. Let's call it 40 miles. 40 miles was a whole tank of fuel. That's how hard we rode today. That's about all I can explain to you without showing you the rest of the ride on a GoPro or we use DJI Osmo. It has better stability. At least we found that out in King of the Hammers. We really like the stability on it. So anyway, there you guys go. First ride, first competitions with the Turbo S. I need to find a Can-Am, but it really honestly doesn't matter. This is a different vehicle. It's on a different class. It's like comparing a Razer General to a Turbo S or to like a 1000 to a 72 wide machine. This is seriously that next level. It's a completely just different class of its own. I don't know what else to tell you. Jake?
Yeah.
And? Have fun?
Oh yeah, today's awesome.
He's been coming out since he bought this by himself, and he's like, hey, let's go ride. Let's go ride. Oh, because I also have a Turbo YXZ. I have a YXZ 1000 with 3 pedals and a turbo. That is by far the craziest vehicle you could ever own. There's not much suspension to it. It's just hell on wheels, completely different than both these two beasts. I don't even know. It's like a freaking honey badger that's just trying to kill you. Right. It's insane. Anyway, that's a race car. Don't let anybody tell you different. If you want a race car, way cheaper than race car prices. That is like literally an Ultra 4 King of the Hammers car, as much as you can get one from a manufactured vehicle. Like, that is it. Like, that's, if you want to know what it's like to drive an Ultra 4 car and be as close to possible with suspension and just all around just awesomeness, that's as close as you can get to buying something from a manufacturer at this point. Man, Polaris, you guys, yeah, that Pro R, holy crap. Anyway, thanks for sticking with me through that, guys. I hope you really enjoyed that. It was a blast making that video today. I know Jake had a ton of fun. We'll do more content with it. Maybe we can add in the YXZ 1000 Turbo as well, but we'll see what happens with time permitting. We got KOH coming up. Guys, come out to KOH. Come cheer us on. We're gonna be pre-running in the Pro R. I'm trying to talk Brittany into let me race it in the desert race, but she's not really having it because it's a limited edition. Anyway, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Remember, you can find all of your Lite Brite Nation merch and decals at litebritstudios.com. Again, come out to King of the Hammers. It's gonna be insane. We're gonna be out there for like 12 days. Come say hi, come get ride-alongs if we have a chance for that. I don't know, it's gonna be probably our last year running, so come out while you can and be a part of it. Be a part of like this history of us doing this and cheer us on, because we need it. We need you guys to come out and film. We need as many people out there filming and cheering us on. We heard all of you last time. We heard you screaming from the sidelines as we came by. That's why we whooped the horn and we did all that. So please come back out. I've got to get this on this video because it's so close. We're not going to get many videos to talk about it. Hey, we love you guys, and we will see you on the next one. Peace. So we saw this guy out at Sand Hollow the other day. He's got a freaking shirt. It's super cool. Get the two seats right in the center in the middle. I don't know how well that would do in the rocks. I guess it just goes up and over things, but I mean, there's no flex to it, obviously. I guess if it rolls over, it just rolls back on its tires. I don't really understand how that works. I know those can drive over like concrete barriers, like the center dividers and stuff, but I wonder if we should go ask them if we can drive it and do a YouTube video.